Now we prepared two CSV files, one with the original data and one contain the missing data. So both of them, make sure that they have the same number of rows and columns and header, except that there are missing data in this file, while here you keep the original file. Now let's come inside R and try to manage this work. First, we start to read the original data. Then, as you said, we define it as a data frame just to avoid any sort of error. Here you can open now your data and you check. So we have this variable about the date. So it starts from 2001, first day, temperature and high and low, dew high and low, and humidity high and low, and precipitation and events. We notice here that only events, it has a category data. Let's make a view for this table as if we are opening it like a CSV, but we will open it inside R. Now we notice here that we have 120 observation and 13 factors. So now when we come on see here, if you just put the cursor, it will show you that this value is a numeric and it has a value range from 1 to 31. Here you should check that all your data is numeric. Either you can do it like this or you can follow the semi. So quickly from here you can see even the range. Now worth to mention that if we have in the precipitation a value of zeros, only zeros, so the software won't understand this is a numeric. It will consider as unknown. So make sure that you have some values here. If you see that by data preparation that you don't have any values here except 0, you can ignore this data because it won't be useful for you. So here we have I just added some data for precipitation just in case for conversion. So I added some values range between 0 to 55 millimeter, and you have the events. Also, make sure that the events here look like a factor data. Rest of the data numeric, factor you can notice from the information. Okay, now let's read the missing data table. Also for the missing data table, in case if you remember the file name, you can write it down. Otherwise, you can double check from here. Okay, so weather data missing, we call it like this. So you can copy this one and paste it here. Header true, so common. So here. Now also it's data frame. Let's come on, open the table here with a view. Before we run this line, if we check the view here, you notice that there is some empty places, empty cells, which is called as NoData, which is fine, but in some places with the events there is empty places but it's not saying anything. This will create a problem for us. We should see that all the empty places here, or empty cells, it's called as NoData. So in order to get everything without a value to NoData, we should follow one line of code here. Yes, you can, before you start here, from the Excel, you can manage to change all the values, but we will work more professionally here. Okay, so for example, now this is the weather data with the missing weather and weather original. Okay, I need to change the name. So I will come to this line. So I said weather, within the weather data, anything equal to, if you put two quotations here without, I mean just one beside, just quotations without space, it won't help you. So because you should have one just single space okay, it equal to NA. So what it will make, it will just change anything that without a value to NA. So now let's just view it back. Yes, you see any empty cell now, it's become as NA. Very good.